Howdy guys, Ram Johnson here, and this time on AutoEdits, we're going to be doing our very first upgrade on the channel, and I'll explain more after we cue this awesome opening montage. This is my favorite one. Well, we all make mistakes sometimes when we're picking upgrades for some of our vehicles, and this is my real first big one that I have to undo, and I thought I'd share it with you guys, and I'm going to accept the challenge to myself to stay kind of positive. I'm not going to put this completely on blast, but I'll be honest with my assessment of them. They definitely didn't meet the price point and expectations. There's a video, I'll put a link in the description, but I did a video on this upgrade. So it's Anza is the brand, and I did headlights, taillights, and the third brake light on the truck. And I really like the looks of these, and I have for 3 years liked the looks of these. Now, they were never really that bright, and I just kind of tolerated that because again, being honest, I love the looks of them. I still like the looks of them. That little bar, kind of modernized at the black inner housing area. They were neat. The breaking point for me was this one, finally something broke in there and it just flopped, and now it doesn't even aim straight and you can't even adjust it. And I was in this, my last trip to Moab about a month ago, a few weeks ago. It's usually a nice 11-hour drive from here to Moab, and there was this freak blizzard, 8-degree weather, sideways snow, ice sheeting the highway, storm, and it took about 14, 15 hours that day. And so doing that last 5 hours in the blizzard conditions with these dismal things, and this one deciding to just poop the bed and give up on me, was it. I'm like finally going back to the stock one, so this is the one. And then there was drama in going back with this. I had, like a dipstick that I am, I threw out the my old lights, so I had to get these from my buddy up there in Palmdale, Art Thompson at A to Z Effects. I did a video on where I took you guys with me up to there where they're building the new Red Bull trucks out of Dodge Ram, so I scored a few parts for my Ram. I actually show you, that's where I found Pinto the Dog. So if you guys get a second, watch that video. It's a relatively short one. I really would appreciate it. The link will be, I'll put it in the little thing here, but you can also go in the description and check that out. That's where I found Pinto. That's a cool shop. Those guys are family to me. But anyway, so that's where I scored these, but here's what I learned during that trip. So I scored these headlight housings, but I never got the actual pigtail here. So when I went, so I've had these for a while, but I just couldn't figure out where to get this thing. So I finally found a part number, went online, ordered up the wiring jumper here that goes from the harness to both the headlight high beam and low beam here, and then the turn signal is its own bulb here. And luckily I had a buddy at the Dodge dealer who hooked me up, because this would have cost me like 80 bucks to get 2 of these harnesses for these things. But thank you, dude E46 on Instagrams, for hooking me up, giving me a bit of a discount, a bit of a break there. Thank you. So we're starting the year off right, doing necessary upgrade back to, boy, you know, you go to think those factory guys, those engineers know a thing or two about this stuff. All right, let's get this thing swapped back. So one of the things that I really liked about that video is that it's one of those easy, really easy upgrades and tinkering things that you could do to your vehicle. It's something fun that any skill level person can do, and do a lot. It does a lot to change the looks of your vehicle, and that was one of the things I really liked about them. Unfortunately, these just didn't hold up and stand the test of time and or performance, so we're going back. And on the Ram here, it's a real simple situation. We're gonna just pull the grill out with these. There's 4 10mm screws that go across the top here. That will get our grill out. Our what? Our grill. Anybody? Anybody know that? And then there are 2 10mm bolts here and here to get the lights off. So we'll do that. And then inside here is a little clip that you just literally push up to get out of the way, and that'll unclip the back, and then just pop this out. and out that goes. So the thing that finally just made it to where it's just not even safe anymore, not just quite bright enough, it was not safe, is that the adjuster, if you can see in this camera here, see how that thing just wobbles inside there? Just the mounts inside it broke, so it's no good. So it's gone. What I'm gonna do now, before we install this, is we're gonna put a little dielectric grease in our plugs here. And that's just get that at your hardware store. Dielectric grease is just good to have in your connectors. Keeps them lubed, keeps them happy, and will help keep a little bit of water out of there. So we'll go ahead and get this thing into place. I'm gonna go ahead and get this connector attached now. You can hear the little positive click, that's a good thing. And I'll do this one once we get it in. And you get your little tab lined up to where that little plastic tab goes into that little notch there. And I'll go ahead and capture that now. Let's go ahead and get our turn signal plugged in. It's funny how when you put stock stuff back on, they go in pretty much like it was almost made to go there. Oh, go figure. Now I'll wait till the sun goes down a little bit before I turn them on and razzle dazzle you with the factory headlights. Do you really care? We might as well. The sun's got a few more minutes, but while we're in this moment, let me take you to the taillights and show you the taillights and how good they still are on this vehicle, and take you to the Jeep and the Mustang and show you what's going on there and how I've been liking the products I have in places on those. All right, so let me show you these things. There's the running lights, and then I'll turn the hazards on so you can see what the brake lights look like. They're pretty handsome. Now I don't remember the model number of the Anza taillights that we put on the truck here. I'll put a link to my Amazon store where there's a link to actually get these things. I've been thrilled with them. Now the only thing that you have to do if you have a 2009 truck is you have to swap the taillight versus the brake light on this thing, because it had it opposite, because the wiring harness changed in 2012 or 2013 and up trucks, so they just plug right in. But otherwise, I'm really happy with these. I actually think that they're exactly what I was looking for. Modernized it. I like the smoked lens kind of look to them, and yet they actually do function perfectly well and then offer that little bit of modernization. Now I did put the smoked third brake light and light up there on the top there. A few comments were concerned that might leak. It hasn't, so 3 years now. All different conditions, and it's been fine. So I've been pretty happy with that. So from the middle section of the truck back, I've actually been really thrilled with the light setup here. Let's go show you the front of the Jeep. So on my Jeep, I'm running the JW Speaker J3 headlights. Now that's their top tier Jeep lights for the JK, and because they have an integrated turn signal here, let me show you right there, I can now run their Trail 6 Pros in where the stock turn signals would go. And that's a really nice feature. I do like that about these. These are coming at a really high price point, and go watch that video. I'll put a link to that one in the description as well. I'll also see if that'll link up here, give that little tab. Really like those, but I was very honest with you guys in that video. I just think for the price point, that's just out of my league of what I could do. I got these, I was honest about it. They gave me these things to put on as part of a social media influencer program. So over the years, some of the features that I've actually just really come to appreciate, and they kind of sneak back up on me. Watch this. This is party mode. When you walk up to your Jeep and you hit the unlock button, they have party mode. Like, I'm not a mall crawler like show Jeep guy, but every once in a while you hit the unlock and you see that, you just can't help but smile, and it just gives you an indication of how much quality and how much thought was put into those things. And so they are cool. And what you get when you get a light this high quality is that you get a really bright light with the exact cutoff. You know, I'm seeing I get why people are mad at Jeeps with lights like this all over the front of their rig. It's because dipsticks use them in the most inappropriate time. Here's the setup here that is just fantastic. So the JW Speaker fog lights, these are the J3s. Pretty dang good. Here's high beams. I still haven't changed being able to run those at the same time, but haven't really needed it. I have so much lighting up there. But while we're here, we'll go back to that, and then I'll turn on the Trail 6 Pros. And then you'll see, and I have these set up to amber. You can actually swap these with the Bluetooth on your phone between amber and bright white. So it's pretty nice. So that's the basic lighting setting. These are extra credit. I have that video, you guys can check that out. I love these things. I actually just love the looks of these things, not even on, just sitting here. All right, so here is my buddy Joe's Jeep. Been working on this on the channel for a while. We're putting 1-ton axles on it. Got a lot to do left on that. Right now I'm doing a little battery charge and condition on it. So I have the batteries disconnected from this thing. And we charge and condition batteries because that's just what you do to your buddy's Jeep while it's here. But he's got what I consider to be the best bang for your buck lighting system for the stock locations on your Jeep. It's the JW Speaker J2 headlights and the JW Speaker fogs down here, driving lights. It's just for the dollars per performance. It's the best. Again, it has that high-end quality and feel. It has the perfect cutoff to be a good driver on the road to your fellow drivers, but yet tons of light, high and low beam, and then these things change everything. They're just amazing at the low fill on the front here. So this is what I recommend. This is what I would still be running on my Jeep if I didn't get those J3s. Now, one of the cool things that I underutilize the J3s on my Jeep because I don't use party mode all the time, or I don't hit the Bluetooth sync up to full off-road mode. But the really cool part about getting those on my Jeep is that I actually run the J2s that were on my Jeep on the Mustang, and I've been thrilled with the performance on that. Again, huge amount of light. They actually look pretty good on the front of the Mustang. Let's go check that out. I even like the fact that they're the carbon fiber backings inside there. And so you can kind of get an idea how cool they look, and you don't think about that these are more universal than you think. They just bolted right in. I didn't have to actually do any modifications, and they look the part. Now, eventually when I finish this thing, those are staying. Those are cool. Here's high beams, right? Yeah, very thumbs up high-end feature. And very happy hand-me-down to get these onto the Mustang. All right, we might as well go into show-off mode on the taillights here. Should have those on, and there you go. That's the JW Speaker taillights for the rear of the Jeep. Super happy with those. They do all of the things, and then they have that kind of cool look. So, yeah, thumbs up on that. There's not much else to say. Do they look good? Yes. Do they work? Yes. Great, love it. So there you have it, our very first upgrade on the channel. I just decided to own it and share it with you guys. Try to keep these as real time as possible. I'm glad to be back into the world of being able to have light being emitted off the front of the truck here. Learned a valuable lesson with these things. They were cool. Now I know, not always cool, not always better. This is going to be a nice change. I've got lots of things planned, got lots of other stuff coming, so please make sure to subscribe and share this video or like and do all those cool things. And until next time, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your drive. Yeah, buddy.